Hello, it's me, and I thought I'd come in with a quick viewer question. This one comes from a viewer by the name of Pro Sniper, and he says, I have a question for you. If I try solving the 4x4x6 layer by layer in cube form, sometimes I have luck, but sometimes I get this case. Can you help me, or can you write what it is? Is this a brick parity or another kind of parity? Can you show me the way to solve this effectively? And he graciously included a picture. So although my 4x4x6 is a little different, this is the original 3D printed version before it was mass produced, but I got it in pretty much the same position. You can see he's got a blue one here and a red one, and then a red one and a blue one, and then you can see on this side over here, you can see the green and the red. You can't see it, but you've got also, you must have the red and the green one over here. So what do we do about this, and what kind of a parity is this? Well, it's not a brick parity. It's really closer to what I'd call a floppy parity, because you're going to get this when you get that kind of a floppy sort of a cuboid. But basically, when it comes to edge reduction, if you have one edge pair that's in and three that are out, then that's not really any kind of cuboid parity. If you have two edges that are out and two that are in, then that's what I would call a floppy parity, because you'll get that from time to time. So how do I solve this? What do I do about this? Well, the whole key with this is to get it set up, and this is the easiest way, where you can coordinate this top layer with this second layer over here. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take these two edges that aren't paired and move them across from each other. So too, you want to take these two that are not paired and have to be swapped and move them across from each other. So what we're going to do is, if I do an adjacent edge swap, I swap these two, this and this will be opposite each other. However, if I move this over here and do the same edge swap here, then this and this will be opposite each other. So I'm going to hold it like this, and I'm going to do an edge swap where I'm going to move these two together. By moving these two together, I'm going to take these two and move them to here, which will put them across from where they're supposed to swap. So let's do this and see what happens. So the first thing that you want to do if you get into this situation is just take the two that have to be swapped, move it across from each other. And in this particular case, I'm going to have to hold it in this configuration. So I'm going to do an adjacent edge swap with both of these two layers at the same time. So it's going to be a 2U, rather 2R, U, 2R, U, 2R, 2U, 2R, 2U, 2R, U, 2R, UI, 2R. Okay, now when I do that, I'm going to cause misplacement over here. We can fix this, we cannot fix this. It doesn't really matter, but once these two are opposite each other, then what I can do is I can simply do another opposite edge swap with these two in order to get this back. Or I can do a URF algorithm to get these back. It really doesn't matter, but what I'll do is I'm just going to go ahead and do an opposite edge swap to get these back, because anytime I edge swap, I cause misplacement here. So then I'll do 2R, 2U, 2R, 2U, 2R, 2U. Okay. So that got this back. So now what I have is a situation where these two are opposite these two. Now what we're going to do is, the way that I get out of a floppy parity is you have to do a Red Bull algorithm to get these flipped back. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this middle layer here and you're just going to move it down like so. We're then going to do a Red Bull algorithm, and what that Red Bull algorithm is going to do basically is it's going to swap these guys. So holding it over here, ultimately I'm going to want to take this and I'm going to want to swap them out. So I'm going to move this in this position, just like this. It's going to seem kind of freaky, but do a Red Bull algorithm with this in this position. And the Red Bull is going to be slicing with this as the R. So we have 2R, see, just like that, 2B, 2U, slicing these, L, 2 up, RI, 2 up, R, 2 up, then we do a 2F, R, 2F, then an LI, 2B, 2R. Okay, now having done that, we then take this and we just put this back up here. Now, you may panic a little bit because you see that we offset these guys. Don't worry about that. That's easily replaced. We're going to do that now. I'm going to move this here, and I'm going to now put these in this position using sliding U techniques. So the first one is I'll take this orange and move it into here by moving it down on the left, slide this to the right, down on the right, slide it back to the left, up on the left, slide it back to the right, up on the right, slide it back down. Okay? I do the same thing with this guy. Down on the left, slide it to the right, down on the right, slide it back to the left, up on the left, back to the right, up on the right, and boom. Okay, so that replaced that. That did that degree of damage control. So now what you're going to see is all these edges are now paired. They're all paired. So all we have to do now is we have to coordinate edge swaps to get these back. So this is in over here. I don't have any of these guys in, but you can now finish your layer by layer approach. So this is in over here. I'm going to take this and move this over to here. I'm going to swap. This green will come to here, this orange will come here, and I might as well coordinate it with whatever's up here too. If I'm going to do an opposite edge swap, why don't I do it over here with this too, so this orange can end up over here, this blue will end up over here. So 2R, 2U, 2R, 2U, 2R, 2U. Okay? So this is in over here, this is in over here. Now all I have to do is swap these two. So I'm just going to swap these two over here. Now I can coordinate it with what's up here as well. So this is already in. I'm going to move this over here, and why not? When I swap these two, I'll also swap these two. This red will come here, this blue will come here. Doesn't really matter which. So it's going to be 2RU, 2RU, 2R, 2U, 2R, 2U, 2RU, 2RUI, 2R. Okay, what you're going to find is this layer is now done, and all you have is this layer. And the way that this is going to work, I just have to get these two in. I'm going to do an opposite edge swap here. 2R, 2U, 2R, 2U, 2R, 2U. I've now put this in. I created misplacement here, but the nice thing about doing an even layer puzzle is when you are F'd, we'll be able to exchange these two. The you are F'd algorithm is you hold it over here, one to the left, one to the right. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 that have to be exchanged. You split it down the middle here and do 2U, 2R, 2F. Then you split it again here with a 2U. Then you go to the very top, just above where your misplacement was, and then do another 2U, and then finish it with a 2F, 2R, 2U, and it's done. So it's solved. So what you ran into is you ran into something I've seen many times, which is a floppy parity. The only thing is you had to coordinate both of these. Now I happen to do both at the same time, but you can do it individually if you want. It might get a little messy if you do that, but this is a way to solve it should you end up trying to do your layer by layer strategy on your 4x4x6 with that configuration. Anyway, thanks for the question, thanks for the pictures, keep them coming, and thanks for watching.